Welcome back to Wessex Watch. Well, here it is, the new A. Lange and Söhne 1815 in a 34mm diameter case. I was fortunate to get hands on the pink gold version of this new for 2025 model, and I'm thrilled to be sharing some of the timepieces details and some of my thoughts. The 1815 family of watches are nearly as old as the modern Lange brand, first hinted at through the appearance of the 1994 debut Tourbillon pour le Mérite, with its railroad minute tracks and Arabic numerals. The formal introduction of the 1815 model line began in 1995. Since that time, there have been many 1815 models introduced by the brand. Its name refers to the birth year of Ferdinand Adolf Lange, the founder of German precision watchmaking. The 1815 models feature elements that were typically found in A. Lange and Söhne historic pocket watches, merging those with modern watchmaking of today. The range of complications in the 1815 family is indeed vast, offering a simple time-only model, but ranging all the way to a rattrapante perpetual calendar or turbograph perpetual pour le Mérite. An amazing range of complexity in this horological family. This new offering from Lange comes in two variants: a white gold model with blue dial and blue alligator leather strap, and a pink gold version with blue dial and brown alligator leather strap. Both versions are stunning in the metal, and I got to admire them at Watches and Wonders. They are identical except for the case metal and strap color, so I'll focus on the one available to me for review, which is the pink gold version. As for the watch's specifics, we have a case diameter of 34 millimeters, a case thickness of 6.6 millimeters, and a lug spacing of 17 millimeters, tapering to 14 millimeters at the pink gold clasp. The lug-to-lug distance is exactly 40 millimeters, and it weighs in with a massive 50 grams, inclusive of the leather strap and pin buckle. The case features prominent and downward sloping and faceted lugs and simple raised bevel. The case flanks sport a mix of polished and satinated finish, which, in a watch this thin, is almost hard to detect on the wrist. The blue-colored dial and pink gold combination is a rare one for Lange. For example, a limited edition 30th anniversary version of Lange 1 had this combination. The dial color really can vary from bright sky blue to a deep dark blue depending on the lighting and aspect angle of the watch. I would venture that's part of the charm of this timepiece. You can get a range of looks from the dial, and none of them are unwelcome. Let's talk about the case size. While historically, and I mean 50 or more years ago, a 34mm diameter timepiece would have been considered common for a man's watch, it's clearly at the lower end of men's dress watch sizing today. In fact, this really is a unisex offering, not a ladies' watch only or a men's watch only, but it's a size that has to work for the wearer, whomever that might be. Shown here on my 17cm circumference wrist, I'd suggest it's a bit small. Clearly, I'm stating an opinion, and others may think differently. When shown on a 15cm circumference wrist, however, I think it fits brilliantly. In typical Lange fashion, the dial is crafted from a solid piece of silver, then anodized to the blue finish you see here. It features a small seconds in a sunken register at 6 o'clock, and that gracefully curved logo at the top. The thin, alpha-styled hands are also crafted from pink gold. The aesthetics of the newly developed manufacturer caliber L152.1 are familiar to those familiar with the Lange universe. They include the hand-engraved balance cock and the 3/4 plate with this glashütte ribbing. The 4 screwed gold chatons, the bearing jewels, and the securing thermally blued screws provide a nice pop in color. Note also the movement was begun by Lange in 2015, which the L152.1 describes. It was the second movement started in 2015, and Lange's 75th unique movement overall. Given Lange's philosophy of one watch, one movement, this smaller 1815 intended to house this movement had to be on the design pipeline for a decade. One can only imagine why Lange chose 2025 as the year to launch this diminutive watch. The movement is manually wound and includes a newly designed oscillation system which promotes precision across the entire 72 hours of power reserve. My tests show this watch delivers on that promise with about plus 2 seconds a day overall and a whopping 100 hours of total power reserve. Lange will tell you that the 72 hours is the interval in which they can guarantee timekeeping accuracy, not the total power reserve capability of the watch. However, I had solid timekeeping for well above 72 hours with this specific timepiece. The watch features a simple pin buckle in gold with high polish and fastening and is paired with an alligator leather strap. In my video dedicated to Lange's last purely ladies' watch, the Arcada, I opined how great it would be if Lange released another timepiece that included ladies in the world of high horology. I still hope for that to be the case, but in the meantime, we can welcome the 1815 as a timepiece that can perfectly complement a lady's wrist as well as a gentleman's. Thanks for watching, and take care.